Southside drip, Southside whip, shotting out the bricks. Young nigga walk around with them sticks. You can get.
So we back with another episode of the TrakWolf Godcast. I'm your boy TrakBeatz. We got my man motherfucking Savage
Just
in the
Savage
building,
shit.
holding it down in the front part today. But we also got Cheno Bliss still in the building, co-hosting with us as well. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, you know what I'm saying, what we getting into today. But my man Yabriel is out here. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna ask right away because I know the people is already wondering, you know what I'm saying, why the hat? No point of waiting.
Get straight to it.
So there's been a whole lot of misconstruing and a lot of stuff in the media since day one with this presidency. Before he was president, though, it was none of the such. You know, you wouldn't see anything like that about Donald Trump. You know, there was nothing going on. Nobody was calling him racist. Nobody was saying he didn't like black people. No, you know, he was actually working with a lot of black people, extending his arm to a lot of black businesses and a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't even know that him and the black savior of the late 80s and early 90s, I guess, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and all of them, you know, back when they was marching and having all of they, you know, putting their hands in shit for money, you know, acting like they was trying to help black people and save black people, and all they was all in it for the money at the end of the day. But Trump was working with them on a lot of stuff, extending his arm to them on situations that he thought would help black people, but we all know now that wasn't the case. It hasn't been the case for a long time with blacks on the left. I don't mean to, you know, call out everybody on the left, but you know, some black people either you don't know about it and you haven't done your research on it, or you just ignorant. It's one or the other. You know, you can't have both of them.
Agreed. So what situation was it that happened that made you actually go out and be like, I'm about to get this hat now? Because I know everybody's intentions when they get it is to be like, yo, fuck y'all. But what was yours personally?
I like Donald Trump. I always have. Like, before he was president, I liked him. I like him now. I like the stuff that he's done. I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong by representing the president and somebody who's, you know, who's working hard day and night, working like nobody else in the world. Nobody works as hard as the president of the United States. Nobody. So like, having that job is really deep. It's a really serious thing. Like, and I didn't realize it, you know, a lot growing up, or, you know, but now I do.
What is it about Trump that drew you to him to like cause you to fuck with him? Because everybody got their opinions and shit on celebs and people with money and all that. Mm-hmm. What was it that was different for you compared to everybody else?
Well, most people with money and power and fame, of course, they get the bad hand regardless, you know, because I mean, me and you get judged by the people that we know in our life and the people that's around the city and close people that we know. But these are people who are being judged by the masses. You know, like, we don't know exactly what's going on in any of these people's lives for real. At all. Like, so for the most part, I just went and did a little research on, you know, just what kind of person he is, you know, not like this personality, of course, you know. I like that too.
Like, what kind of work is he
actually
putting in as a president? You know what I'm saying? As far as being in that position, is he actually doing like what the media say he doing, or is he doing other things? So I could kind of see that perspective as far as doing your research, because the media do paint him in a bad light, you know what I'm saying? And to be realistic, like, you should be able to do that with both sides, you know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of presidents that's been fucked up on the other side. They don't say nothing about that side, you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden now the agenda is everybody must hate one person, you know what I'm saying? And what's crazy about that to me is it's a whole team, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole team. It's never, we say president, but that's just the leader. That's like saying quarterback. You know what I'm saying? When you say quarterback, you know he got 10 other people with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. But in order to get that far, you know what I'm saying, you have to be able to dig a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, you know what I'm saying, I could agree with you as far as doing the research. Because I ain't really know what's up with him, you know what I'm saying? Like the first year or two he was in the office, I knew he used to be everywhere. And everybody used to fuck with him. He was in the rap videos, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of black, brown entertainers, whatever color you may use, you know what I'm saying, was like, they all got pictures with him, you know what I'm saying? Facts. They all do. So, like, if he was this kind of person that he's supposed to be now, then, you know what I'm saying, these pictures would be null and void, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what were some things that you either heard about or seen that Donald Trump has done, either like policy-wise or even like that reference his character that you've seen, you know what I mean?
Okay, so there was a bill obviously that came across his desk that would put a boost on something that Barack Obama had already done. I give Obama credit for that. He did open up a funding for federal funding for historical black colleges, but there was a cap on it. It was I think it was like for 2 or 3 years or something like that. So he increased the funding to 10 years instead of 3 years. So you're getting funded the same amount of money, but you're getting it funded for 10 years instead of 3 years. And that's dope. And all of them were up there. You know, a lot of people from a lot of the historical black colleges had deans and presidents from the colleges. They was up there and took pictures with him when he signed the bill. And I thought that was really dope. And then also just about his character.
Obama's character or Trump's character?
Trump.
Yeah, gotcha.
Trump's character is just like mine. Like it is what it is. Like, you know, you're gonna say what you're gonna say, and people don't all the time when people are being real or people are talking straightforward to you and telling you exactly how they feel or telling you exactly what the deal is and what needs to happen, majority of the time people are not gonna receive it well. Yeah. You know, because you're putting a mirror in somebody's face, and that's how I feel like the black community feels about Trump and about, you know, a lot of issues in the black community.
The first thing they say is he's racist, but it's like, you know, a lot of people that's racist. You got a boss that's racist. That ain't stopping you from going to work. You know what I'm saying? So like,
and you say it under your breath every fucking day at work.
He's from a completely different generation. You know what I'm saying? All the old white men and so. If they have a little bit of that on them, or if they lean more towards their culture, that, you know what I'm saying, that was the generation they grew up in. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of evidence showing that Trump had a lot of support, you know what I'm saying, from people who look like us, you know what I'm saying, long before presidency, you know what I'm saying. But even when you don't lean on him, it's like you look at what the other team has been doing, you know what I'm saying, whether you want to start with the Obama administration, you know what I'm saying, his team, or whether you want to go all the way further back, you know what I'm saying, but we was all well of age for these ones, so that's why these ones is usually brought up first, you know what I'm saying. So like, it was a lot of fuck laws passed during Obama time, you know what I'm saying. There was a lot of weird shit going on during his time,
and it's a lot of talk about what he did compared to what he did, and what he did compared to what he did. And honestly, when you look at the Obama presidency and the Trump administration, when you look at both of them, they did a lot of similar shit. Trump just put a bigger, you know, he just doubled down on shit.
Put a bigger mark
and then he pulled back on the shit that was holding other people back. We talk about this, you know, the Democrats talk a lot about, and they talk about the they talk about the tax cuts, as if the tax cuts from these big corporations and all of this isn't going to help the people that are working for these corporations. Like,
yeah,
like if you're gonna tax Walmart, you know, you taxing Walmart and they getting off
taxing the whole corporation.
Yeah, you taxing the whole corporation, and people who work for Walmart, it's gonna affect them. It's gonna affect the stores. It's gonna affect the taxes in the stores. It's gonna affect the prices. They're gonna go up on their prices. If you making them pay more taxes, they're gonna go up on their prices in their stores so they can pay off them taxes. Mm-hmm. It's simple. Or the employees not gonna get no raises. It's the same with this, with the minimum wage argument. People working at fucking Burger King and McDonald's want raises. They want $15 an hour. I was getting paid $15 an hour last year for what I do now. I'm telling you right now, I worked at McDonald's from the age 14 to 16. That shit is not worth $15 an hour. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't care if you're a fucking manager. I don't care if you a crew member, a crew trainer. I don't care if you fucking work in the register. None of that shit is worth $15 an hour. Like, you're not gonna get paid as much as me for what I do, for what you doing in there. Cause I work there and it's 10 times easier. Like.
So do you not feel like you should be getting paid more where you at now, or you feel like you're getting paid fairly?
I feel like I'm getting paid pretty fairly. I would like, I mean, you know, I would, of course, you know, you always gonna want more money, but I feel like for what I'm doing right now, I'm getting pretty damn good pay. And it's damn sure enough to take care of my family. You know, I got 4 kids,
yeah.
So it's like.
So how are you teaching them this process as far as what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing the research and standing on your feet, and it's a lot of people that's going against what you standing on right now.
So my kids are gonna grow up to understand that they're not victims of America. You know, you may be a victim if you go through something personally with a white person and it affects you that deeply that you have to say that you were a victim of something. But we're not, I don't feel like I'm a victim of anything, and I don't feel like my kids are a victim of anything. You are not a slave to America. America is your home. You should love it. No, you don't want to go nowhere else.
Yeah.
I can guarantee the majority of people who hollering about all of this fuck America and all this shit, I was one of those people. Just 2 years ago, I was saying the same fucking thing. But I wasn't thinking clearly about this whole situation and this whole scenario. And somebody just literally asked me, they asked me straight up, they said, where else would you want to live? And I gave them an answer. And they showed me exactly what I would have to deal with if I had to live over there, compared to living here, right here in America.
That's totally different.
See, I feel like
overseas and stuff compared to how we live. If you like thinking they coming over here, they get treated bad, it's gonna be the same as us going over there. We're not gonna know their language. Stuff is gonna be different.
They look at us as Americans.
Yeah, and they gonna look at you. When they look at Americans, they look at us as we bad people though. But
we
not
overprivileged people.
Yeah,
even us.
We are so.
Yeah, I can
privileged.
agree. I can agree with that 1,000%.
They scream about the white privilege and the white privilege, and it's like, dog, black people are highly fucking privileged too.
Yeah.
We have a lot of privilege in America.
Yeah.
Like we're the only country in the world who has people who are poor and obese at the same fucking time.
Facts.
Where else you gonna find that at? Like
Facts.
But that's also part of the structure, you know what I'm saying, to keep the amount of work they put in to keep us and, you know what I'm saying, people of our color in that circumstance, you know what I'm saying. The more they can keep bulked up in that circumstance, cool. If a couple people jump out, they ain't too pressed. But as long as they can keep the bulk of the group in there, I feel like they're cool with that, and that's why it continues to happen. So, like, you need more people to be more conscious and aware to kind of pull you out of that space, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because it's a tough bubble, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure you digging in, going to research wasn't like an easy process.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it was easy once you got going, but like getting the willpower and like just telling yourself like, yo, I'm about to on the computer right now. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't. I looked into people. Like first, honestly, like when he won the presidency, I was one of the people who was like, damn, that shit is fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
But
me too.
but then I was like, oh shit. I ain't been through shit since he became the president that affect my life or fuck me up in any kind of way.
Different than anybody else is being in the presidency.
And then when I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, from the stats, it look like he doing a damn good job. At his, he doing a good job at his job. Like from the stats that I'm looking at, like the economy fucking booming,
Facts.
The first time we've been independent. We've been energy independent since 75 years ago.
I feel like when
we ain't never relied on on nobody else's oil. We got our own shit. We use our own shit.
That's
our
how.
Own shit.
And I feel like that's what he was hinting to with "Make America Great Again." Wasn't like go back to slavery, where I guess where some people feel like they wasn't there, but it's more so of going back to a export country. You know what I'm saying? Like,
people were brainwashed
right
by
now
those videos.
We getting everything imported over here. All the factories is everywhere else. He like, yo, bring the bag back over here. This where I'm at. This nigga went into the office. He already had money. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
even accept the salary for being the president. He did this shit for 4 years for free.
Yeah, because he already had super money, and then he's making super money. So people talk about all these bankruptcies, but when you got super money, what is a bankruptcy? What is a bankruptcy? This is my way to wiggle around and do what I gotta do. Like to cool these people off.
Yeah.
I know how the system work.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Like the same thing they did with 50 Cent. They bankrupt.
Yeah.
He filed for bankruptcy. He got out of that situation and he was in court. Got out of the situation and then boom, he posted a picture, money spelled out bankrupt. Laid out on the floor. Like, come on, man.
How much do y'all think the mainstream media plays a part on how people perceive Donald Trump?
Oh, they play
a big part.
It's 98% of people in America believe what they see on television and on the news. It is a very small percentage of people who refuses to watch mainstream media because they know, or they watch it, but they watch it just so they could depict through their lives, just so they could pick through the lies and figure it out. That's what I did. That's all I did was I watched mainstream news like crazy. I watched Fox, I watched CNN, I watched ABC, I watched everything, and I just wanted to see, like, okay, they said this, they showed this clip on TV. Let me go on YouTube. Let me go on any other website. Let me go on the Blaze and let me see what's going on. Let me see the full clip to this video.
Yeah.
What was the video?
Because they
the joint when he was talking about Charlottesville 2017, when he talked about August 12th, and they was like, oh, he said it was very fine people on both sides. Okay, and 10 to 15 seconds after, if you just watch 10 to 15 seconds more, you hear him say, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis, I'm not talking about the KKK, it's like I'm talking about the very fine people that were out there just to protest that they didn't want the statue down.
Yeah, we know the media chop up and put out what they want to put out. Whether it's good or bad on who it is.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, we're going to cut to this break and we're going to slide back to y'all.
This that savage shit.
So we back from the break. What we about to get into right now is who Yabriel is. You know what I'm saying? So we've been kind of discussing his perspective on certain subjects, but we haven't really built on bro's character, you know what I'm saying? So how has life been for you? You know what I'm saying? How did you get to this process as far as like transitioning from the lifestyle you was living before to being dedicated to doing what you do now?
A lot of it, I gotta say, it came from my kids. My kids really played a big part in me kind of changing my perspective on the world and like completely just changing everything about my life. Like everything changed. Like and I'm not just gonna say just whenever somebody has kids, their life changes, because it don't just change. You gotta make the decision. You gotta make choices. Everything is about choices. So I made the choice to dedicate my life to my kids and just things that would elevate me, and things that would make me feel good about myself, and things that would make me more confident in the stuff that I do. I started running, and I basically just excelled at it. Like I became a very avid runner, and that played a big part. That played a really big part in me getting my mental, to a state where I could. I don't know. I guess I could say it just clears my mind. Like I can run, and it just cleared my whole mind out. Like I don't even think about.
So running was kind of like an outlet, like right away, as soon as you was able to take off.
Yeah.
Because you used to do music before, so.
Yeah, and I feel like I had so much. I love the energy, and I love the feel and the love that I got from running, way more than I love the love that I got from music.
Gotcha.
Like, and I never thought I could feel something that felt better than making a hard track. Like, whenever I made a hard track, I'm listening to that shit every single day, and I'm like, yo, I can't wait to put it out. I can't wait for somebody to hear this. I'm just listening to it. Like, I can't wait to shoot a video. But
yeah, because some people still be asking for music from you, and they still get it from time to time.
It just happens. It just happens. Like,
so your transition was, you was doing the music, and then you was finding your spiritual growth, and then you put that down and went to running. Have you ever thought about transitioning back with a different perspective?
To an extent, sometimes I just don't really put a whole lot of energy into it. It's not that I feel like I don't have the time, because it's 24 hours in a day.
You don't have the time.
I choose to do other stuff with my time.
As you grew spiritually, did you find it difficult to make the same type of music, or did you find yourself making different types of music?
It made it so hard to make music.
Yeah.
Like, it made it so hard. I swear, man. Like,
did you drop any tracks, or was it just too hard to get in that process?
I dropped that way. I dropped that joint. I didn't. Honestly, I never put it out. I just performed it a bunch of times, and and just kind of just let certain people get it. But I released a track called Rockstar on SoundCloud with my young boy, with Rick Muller. I released the joint with him and put that on SoundCloud. But
shout out Rick, he putting out a lot of good music too. He's still
vibing
for you.
Hard.
You ain't doing it, but he's still doing it. Yeah.
Look, I was listening to him. He had dropped the Jones. I think it was one of his first tracks that he actually like put out or something. But I was listening to that Jones a few times, and I was like, yo. I said, young boy hard. I said, I gotta get him on the track. Yeah. I said, I gotta get him on one time.
He got a dope creative
he gave me exactly what I wanted, yo. So
that's what's good.
Yeah, shout him out though. So I put that joint out, and then I was just like, man, I think the verse that I wrote for that track was like 4 or 5 years. No, I loved it. But it was like 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, you just pulled some old shit out for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when you're a writer, I guess you can do that when you're a writer. That's the whole purpose of writing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it might not fit for when you wrote it. It might not feel right, but you might wait a couple months or a couple years.
Yeah.
Put it out.
And then it was another track that I did. My nigga SB, Boulavante, him did a jump.
Yeah,
and,
shout out SB.
And we basically jumped right in the studio, and I wrote that jump right then and there. Like, I was smacked. I just walked right in there, and we was listening to the beat, and he was goofing around and shit, pissing his ass off. And I just wrote that joke real quick, and I was like, damn, and we recorded it, and we dropped that joke, like, but
that's how the best tracks work though. Sometimes.
When did you get to a point where you was just like, this is it? Like, you done with music and it's time to transition into something else?
It was actually like 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago when I stopped, like when I basically stopped hanging out as much, and I just was like just chilling at the crib a lot and being with my family and my kids, and it just kind of floated away. Like it never crossed my mind that I was not making music. It wasn't until my wife was like, I said something about making a song, and she was like, but you don't even rap. I don't do it. I was in denial, yo. I was like, what you mean? I said, I'm still. She was like, no,
you got it.
I'm like, damn, man. But yeah, that's exactly how it happened, and then from there I started really thinking about it, and then that's when I was like, damn, I really don't make music no more. So I'm just and when I started running, then it was completely gone. Like,
not even a question.
Yeah.
So like that process when you realize like, yo, I haven't been making music, like I haven't been into it as much as I used to. Was that a hard process for you? You know, did it make you feel any type of way emotionally? Did it make your mind do any type of things? You know what I mean?
I did. I went through it a little bit. I did, man. I started thinking about it. Like I'll be out on the porch blowing or something, and I just be thinking about it. Like I hear a beat or something, and I was like, damn. I actually bought 4 beats from this youngin on YouTube. I mean on Instagram, like a year ago. Like just to like, I was listening to his beats, and I was like, yo, he hard, man, but he had no confidence. He was just like, nah. He was like, I don't really like my beats for real. He was like, you could get 4 of them for like $30. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
You know, I gave him 40, and I was like, but then I didn't even fucking record nothing on him. So now I feel bad. Like I told him, like, yeah, I got some heat for this joke. I wrote it though. I wrote the joke.
At least you supported it though.
Yeah, that remind me like when we was younger and I see you in the MRC, that's the type of stuff that got me to keep going. Just somebody, I thought I was a shit, but I knew I wasn't. You know what I mean? But it was always somebody that was like, yo, I see this in you. Like, you got this potential. Work on this. Like, this good. You got it. And that just kept me motivated. Like,
yeah.
So was cutting your hair part of that process too?
Oh, no. I mean, honestly, I guess it was. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea, like, spiritually what happened, where it was, like, where I was. I don't know what the fuck happened. My son was born in my living room that morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, and when he was laying, you know, they made the midwife and the doula, they made some breakfast for my wife. We laid in bed with my son for like an hour. I got up and walked outside on the porch and sat out there and, you know, just staring out at the sky. Went back inside. I didn't think about nothing. I was just there. Yeah. And I just walked in the house and grabbed the scissors and went back out on the porch and cut all my dreads off.
Boy, that's some movie shit right there.
Hell yeah.
The sun was shining on him. He ain't had no shirt on. Taking one dread at a time.
Yeah. But you didn't hit the cry.
Nope. I started in the front too, so it was no turning back. Yeah. Like, if I would have clipped a few back ones, I could have been like,
back there. Once you clip that first front one, it's like, fuck, I done did it now.
Yeah, it was done.
So like, have you experienced hospital birth as well compared to natural birth?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I only experienced natural birth. Like, what can you say the difference is between, like, as a parent, like, how did it affect you, the difference? You know what I mean?
It is so much more comfortable. Like, it is so comfortable compared to the hospital, because you have all of these people in here that, that you really don't know. You got all these nurses, especially at UVA, because it's a learning hospital. So you got a lot of nurses in training, and they all coming in, and everybody want to, want a piece of experience.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
And then
like this is real for me. Like, I'm really having this is my baby. Like
and then
you're playing around.
And then the amazing thing about having a midwife is that, especially a good one like the one that we have, we basically go to appointments with her. We do checkups with her, and she basically will let you know whether it'll be and you're also going to the hospital and getting ultrasounds. That we go to the hospital to get ultrasounds, and we go to her for regular checkup. But she'll basically let you know whether it'd be safer for you to be at the hospital or be at home, because there is certain things that that she wouldn't be able to do if she's not in the hospital.
Yeah.
But it just feels so much safer, and it just feels so much more comfortable being at home. And my kids was there. It was crazy, man.
Is it an expensive process? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people may be wondering like how that process.
Insurance covers it.
Gotcha. So you can just request it as an option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cheaper.
Yeah,
it was cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
It was about a third cheaper, actually,
Yep.
for a natural birth.
That's what's good.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, it's definitely worth trying if you haven't before. You know what I'm saying? Give your baby a different experience coming into this world.
Yeah.
Post from all them doctors and the lights, you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah, because that's definitely too much for a baby.
You control the environment. You get to control the environment. We had it nice and dim in there. It was chill. We had a bunch of space in the living room.
You had any candles lit?
No. My wife hates candles.
So do you do incense since you can't do candles?
She doesn't like incense.
Man.
So how do you manage that process? Just strictly stones?
Yeah, basically.
Strictly stones. There's always a way.
Yeah,
There's always a way. You know what I'm saying? That's what's good, man. Like, I feel like a lot more people should experience that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's beautiful, man.
If I know when I get around to my next round, like that's gonna be something I'm gonna recommend. You know what I'm saying? I can't force nobody to do nothing, but I can make the recommendation. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really think this way before, really even, you know what I'm saying, have that kind of information before, you know what I'm saying?
But it has a whole lot, like just as far as making the recommendation and, actually like talking to a woman, that you're deeply involved with, or specifically a woman that you would plan on marrying, like somebody that you really want to be with. You talking about someone like that. 9 times out of 10, as a man, if you doing what you're supposed to do and you standing strong in your household and you holding it down, and whatever it is that that you putting your knowledge to, whatever it is, 9 times out of 10 she gonna follow your lead, and it's not about a superiority thing or a man over woman thing at all. It's just a spiritual thing, like the same way a child is with their father. Like it's so many young men that grew up without their father, but they still love their father. Like you're not gonna. Unless it was some really fucked up shit or something like that, because there's those type of situations. But father figures, good father figures and strong men, they hold down the society, man.
What's crazy is a lot of that is bred from, I ain't gonna say a lot, but it's like a good 50-50 that's bred from, like, fathers not being there for theirs, so then they turning up and wanting to be more there for theirs, you know what I'm saying? So like my situation, mine's my dad, he don't around, you know what I'm saying, blase, blah, whatever, you know what I'm saying, but I turn up for my mini, you know what I'm saying, like I make sure I keep my knowledge sharp, you know what I'm saying, I make sure I keep her in tune, I sit down with her when she got her emotional moments that she be having, you know what I'm saying, or when daddy gotta be a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying, I give her a second and I go sit down and explain and express to her, you know what I'm saying, like, it's okay to have these emotions, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, this is something that we gotta go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When did it smack you when you first had your child? Because I know it's different for people. When it was like, when did it hit you? Was like, damn, like I just had a baby, I'm a dad. Did it take a while? Did it hit you right then and there?
No, it took me like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
After your first one?
Yep.
Okay.
It still ain't hit me.
Yeah,
I just keep looking at them just like.
It affect everybody different.
Yeah. For real, man. And like, I feel bad about it. I felt bad, and then with my youngest daughter, it happened again. I mean, with my oldest daughter, it happened again. It was crazy. Like it got to a point where I was picking up my oldest daughter, because my youngest daughter wasn't old enough to come with me at the time.
Yeah.
But I was picking her up, and I would just look at her like damn, you know. Just walk out like I literally just walk. I didn't even acknowledge her. Like I didn't even go over there and pick her up and talk to her, or try to, and at least another. I just looked at her and was like, walked out. Like,
what made you feel that way?
I don't know. I didn't even think about it like until my wife brought it up to me like a year ago, and she was like, yeah, you know, you did that, and I was like, damn, man, I really did. Like, and it was so crazy, man. Like, I love my kids, man. Like, and it didn't hit me that I was like really a father until they were all living with me. Like,
do you think that was part of your transitioning point when all of that was going on? Why you think maybe you missed that piece at that time because you was going through a transformation? So it's kind of hard to catch everything when you're going through it.
Yeah. I went through a crazy transition in life, just like, and it wasn't something that just happened. It was like, it was ongoing, you know. I haven't always been someone who would speak against his own people, you know.
Yeah.
But like I feel like something, you know, a lot of things just was happening at one time for me at one point, and I went from I kind of went from a Black Lives Matter activist to a Trump supporter. Like, that's a pretty big thing to happen in between the years that he was president. Like,
nah, man. I remember I was at his protest, man. I looked over to my right. I see my man's over there with a young pistol on his hip. I was like, oh, I didn't know we could bring ours. I know this was this type of party.
Listen. I was a Trump supporter then. Then, when I was at that protest, I didn't go out there for the protest, but I loved hearing people speak. I loved hearing what you had to say, and it was dope. But there was a lot of stuff about it. It wasn't dope to me. But I'm I told you that we was gonna leave it. We was gonna put it all on the table. So it was a lot of shit about that shit that I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that people was out there blocking off traffic. That's wild. That's wild to me. I don't. That's, you know, people trying to get home to their kids. That's not hurting. That's not hurting the people who you know who you claim is doing this stuff to you in the community. It's not hurting them. It's not hurting this mother that's trying to get home.
It's that savage shit.
So what we're going to get into right now is we're going to talk about y'all's, you know what I'm saying, spiritual growth throughout this whole process, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm assuming, which you should never assume, that you're not really a Christian anymore, you know what I'm saying? So what is, you know what I'm saying, your belief path that you follow now?
Honestly, there's like just the world in general, like everything that's in front of me. I praise everything that any and everything that move in this world, any and everything, anything that's living in this world, anything that's non-living in this world. If it's on this planet, then it's a part of me. If it's in this universe, if it has anything to do with the existence of this world, then it deserves gratitude. Like,
I can feel you on that. So you believe that everything is living, as far as like down to the rocks,
yeah,
to
yeah,
you know,
because I mean,
everything holds its own energy.
yeah. We not necessarily though. I feel like we all share one energy. We all share the same energy because, as it says, energy never dies.
It's just being passed.
It's just being passed. So if we want to go all the way back to the beginning of time and all of this, you know, you want to go all the way back to the Big Bang, or when God made the earth, whichever one you want to believe in. If you want to go back to all of that, if it did start with one energy, then that energy has just been passed along all of this time. And when a person is born, there's that energy, upon conceivement, that there's that energy. That energy is y'all transferring that energy, and then that's moving forward and putting more energy into this continuous flow of energy on the earth.
So when would you say you began to be aware of your own spirituality?
Probably when I was like 15 or 16, I think. I went to church. I think that was the last time I went to church and actually like went for, you know, my family, and, you know, went to, you know, just to say, yeah, I was there. But when I went, I was sitting in there, and everything that was being spoken, I was analyzing. I was analyzing everything they were saying, and when I left, when we was riding in the car, and I think we was under the bridge. We went through the parking lot. We was under the bridge by Mills, and we had to slow down because somebody was crossing the street or something. There was some shit in the road or some shit, and I just kind of went out of it for a second, and I felt like it had something to do with. I felt like it had something to do with, you know, with how I was analyzing this pastor and questioning God. And that's how I felt about it at the time. And I later kind of realized that it wasn't just that. It wasn't that. It was that. It was just the fact that I was thinking really hard about something, and I don't know. I guess I just kind of went out of it for a second, like just thinking, like I just got deep in thought, and I still do that, like to this day. I still do it. Like I'll be sitting there and it'll seem like I'm asleep sometimes. Like I'm just thinking, like.
You know what I think sometimes? Because I be digging into my space the same way you doing when you're saying you're not asleep. It make me realize, like, my eyelids is like a screensaver. You know what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes it's okay to close your eyes and stop processing everything out in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or at least that's my concept sometimes, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
yeah.
Like, with headaches, I feel like when I close my eyes, I'm not processing as much stuff. Like, I have to process this here, that here, everything that's in this vision. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
when I close them, you know what I'm saying, it's a different world. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is more subtle now. It's almost like my energy can relax a little bit. It's not working right now. You know what I'm saying? Just in a different manner.
Yeah.
So now I can travel and take off and go somewhere. I'm not stressing myself out. Like, but when you said that just now, that's what made me think of. And I be telling my daughter that sometimes because I don't want her to get into the concept of thinking every time your eyes close, you sleep. You know what I'm saying? So It's okay to close your eyes for a little while and just not process everything, because sometimes it helps you in your inner space better.
Yeah. It's like it's just like you said, it's like screensaver. You know, you just like me staring at this light right now. Like I can stare at this light for a long time, or not even for a long time. Stare at it for a second. I close my eyes. It's right there. It's still beaming in my eyes. I can look down. I can look up. I can look anywhere else, and it's still gonna be beaming right there in my eye. And that's just an example of how your eyes just capture things. And I feel like it only takes a second. It only takes a second for you to look at something and it goes into your mind like that, and there's stuff that it triggers in your head, and you have no idea that it's triggering these things in your mind. You know, little teeny little symbols, little big stuff. You have all of these memories in your head, and they don't go straight to the front of your mind, and they don't just blow up, and be right in your face. You know, it's little small stuff, and it just triggers little things in your brain all the time, all day long.
Because you're constantly processing everything out here in front of you.
Yeah, and once you close your eyes and you can rest for a minute and just lay back and and try not to think about so much stuff at once. That's why they have the the things with meditation where they make sounds, or they just they breathe deeply,
focus
on the breathing, or focus on sounds and or feelings, and all of that stuff is just kind of to just take you away from everything that you processed that day. And, you can't get rid of what you process in a lifetime.
You can't. So that's why I be trying to just say we always gotta be more mindful of everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing something that is like on the other side of the scale, or whether you want to call it toxic or not, because we need a balance for everything. You know what I'm saying? Just be mindful and know that that's what's going on, and make sure that you balance it on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to avoid some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and then a lot of stuff that's created is created from us. You know what I'm saying? Them using the concept of the human body.
Yeah, that's where I got the name universe from. That's exactly that's why I wanted to use that name, and that's why I wanted to spell it the way that I did. Yeah. I didn't know other people had done it before, but I figured somebody had done it before. But
that's what your spirit was telling you.
That's what it was telling me at the time. Like, this is the world. The world is me. I'm a part of this world. I'm made up of everything that this world is. Everything that the earth is made up of. I am made up of all the same thing. And then I also have to use these things to keep myself alive, and then I have to give back to the earth to keep the cycle going. Like, that's like the same thing I was saying about this energy, this flowing energy. It's just a cycle of energy, life completely.
It's like when you have conversations with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you could tell that energy got passed over to you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it flows smoothly and you can't tell. Sometimes it's a balance in between. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a help. You know what I'm saying? But when it transfers all the way over, you can tell.
Just talking to somebody, you can tell when somebody's lying just because of the energy that they carry with what's coming out their mouth.
The aura. Everybody, we all have an aura. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Your eyes, they say this is the key to your soul. Like, that's a spiritual way of saying it, but just from a scientific way of looking at it, just staring at somebody's face, you can tell from hand gestures, certain hand gestures people do, or certain ways that the pattern in what they talk, you can tell if somebody's lying or not.
Yeah,
it's not really that hard. If you look into it, it's not that hard.
Start from the inside out, not the outside in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The vibe, and then the emotions and everything else should be adding up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we all taught the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
If somebody's smiling, that means they being nice, but it's a lot of shit that comes with a smile that we're not taught. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing about this goddamn election with Joe Biden and all that shit. All that shit is about.
He smiles and smiles and smiles.
And it's so many.
I'm
like
he
I
looks so
and,
evil. How
I have
can you?
aunts and uncles and people. You know, they love Joe Biden. You know, people love. You know, older Christian folks, black Christian folks love Joe Biden so much, and it's just like, dog. What? Show me, please show me what he's done for you to put so much faith and love into this man. Is to say that he's better than this other man.
People are voting because they don't like one person.
It's emotional. Black people always voted on their emotions, and every Republican has been racist. Every Republican that ran for president was racist. We have to stop.
I feel like both parties is ignorant. We can use racist, but it's both parties. You know, right wing, left wing, it's the same bird.
It's the same thing.
It's just played out different.
Yeah.
But on a like a level of, you know, your character and how you view things, and, you know, most likely how you carry your life.
Yeah.
Black people are more so conservative and Republican than what they are Democrat. They are like when you look at it. So if you get into an argument with somebody, and it's like, you know, 9 times out of 10, the first thing somebody gonna call out, nigga, you broke. You on food stamps. You still live with your moms. You know, that's what they gonna go after, you know, and
the physical things you can point at.
Yeah, and it's like this is the kind of stuff that if a white person said it to you, you would say that they're racist.
Yeah.
It's true. And it's a lot of stuff that they, you know, that people use. A lot of stuff that we say to each other that if a white person said it to us, we would say it's racist. It's a lot of stuff, man. But it's real. It's real stuff. Like if you want to talk about, you know, this Black Lives Matter movement with these people, you know, you want to talk about people being, you know, black people being killed. Don't nobody kill more black people than black people. Nobody. Not no police officer, not no white man, not no Mexican, not nobody else in America kills more black people than black people. And if a white man said that, he would immediately get shunned. You know, like nah, you know, that's some racist shit. You know that's not the problem. Why isn't that the problem?
But some people would also say that's just from one standpoint, as far as if we're thinking bullets, you know what I'm saying? We also being killed as far as abortions, we're being killed as far as...
I ain't even want to touch on that shit, but goddamn, dog.
Yeah, people gonna do it regardless.
Millions.
But I'm saying, like, the concept of it, you know what I'm saying? People would also use that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they could say that they're killing us with the food, you know what I'm saying? They're killing us at the hospitals, we're giving us different treatments than they're giving other cultures.
Mm-hmm. Millions of abortions over the past several years. So many black babies. So many, yo. And it's like that's another thing. Like, it's, you know, when we talk about this whole movement with the you know, my body, my choice, it's like you ain't make that baby on your own. You can't pop your finger and make no baby. It's not happening.
Yeah.
You know, like this is my child just as much as it is yours, regardless of who carrying this baby. This is my child. You know,
this is our position we play as far as men. It's just our job to send the seed, you know what I'm saying? If it was our job to carry, I'm sure, like, a lot of us would be carrying that motherfucker, because that's our job to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, you know,
I be trying to be mindful of that too, you know what I'm saying? But
by nature,
how do you influence people to get into researching more, digging a little bit more, opposed from just believing what's in front of them?
I've gotten to a point where I can't do it. I've realized that I can't do it. Either I can continue to talk, I can continue to lay the information out there, and, you know, try to help people just kind of get a better perspective, and do their own research. But it's like, you can talk to somebody You know, you can talk to somebody till it's a hole in their head, and they not gonna budge if they don't want to, or if they feel like they going against their own people or they going against the culture, you know. And the culture is toxic. It is, and nobody want to say that. Nobody want to admit that. Nobody want to be real about that. But the culture is toxic, and we can't continue moving the way that we do, because people are being killed and people are not being respected for who they are, and it's like all my life, like growing up, black people were like, we made fun of people who was getting straight A's and you know, or was, you know, was just different, you know, like did that, like that's crazy. Like when you talk, and then when you talk about, you know, people in other countries and people in China and people in all these other countries, we talking about people who, the kids in school are competing with each other like it's a sport, you know, like they're really about their grades, like they, and their parents are making sure that, like, so it's like
some people also will have a perspective as far as like they believe that following school is more of a indoctrination, so people kind of flow away from it, you know what I'm saying? So could it be sometimes our culture really don't want to flow with the system, but we know we have to?
In a sense, you don't necessarily have to. You never have to, because unless you made bad decisions throughout your life, if you made some bad decisions that's put you in a predicament where you can't do certain things, then, you know, that is on you as a person. That's on you. It's not like I wish it was something I could do to help you, but I'm in my own situation, you know, so
do you feel like in a way, like right now what you're doing is kind of could be helping someone?
Yeah, to an extent it could be. You
know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people known you for a while, and you know they may not have interacted with you in a while, and then they see, you know what I'm saying, your growth right here. You know what I'm saying? Or some of the kids might see your growth right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I met you, you know what I'm saying, you was in the transition, so your vibes was still like, you know, you still was kind of in the music thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't even cut the hair yet then, so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I was moving then.
Yeah.
I was moving when I met you. I was moving. Listen. I was moving, dog. I was
So even this is like you
part,
feel
that was
like
in the middle of the transition.
Yeah.
So I was kind of leaning this way. I was leaning that
that's
way.
what I was about to say. It wasn't too long after that you had literally slipped.
Mhm.
So even this right here, you may not be taking it that perspective. It's like you saying right now, like you feel like you can't help people, then but people seeing this.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, yo, I know bro went through. You know what I'm saying? Like he on it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, but on that note, you know what I'm saying? You got anything you want to tell to the people? You know what I'm saying? Let them know where you can find you at. You know what I'm saying? How to stay in touch with you.
I don't want nobody to stay in touch with me. I really don't. But I do like I would like to say a little something. Just, you know, I wanna show some love. I wanna show some respect to my brother Ease, rest in peace. And I wanna show some love to Tanya, rest in peace. This shit is wild. We gotta stop doing this shit, man. We really do. But yeah, that's about it, man.
Man, that's good shit, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, dropping some knowledge, man, showing some love, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying, what we trying to do and create and inspire people, You know what I'm saying? The viewers that may watch and tune in, you know what I'm saying? To like step outside your box, you know what I'm saying? But make sure it's in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? Follow your flow. And don't go against the grain, you know what I'm saying? If you do, be mindful, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. We got Savage in the building. Got Cheno Bliss over here on the side. TrakBeatz. This is the TrakWolf Godcast, and we signing out.
Shotting out the bricks. Young nigga walk around with them sticks. You can get hit. All this designing, yeah, I got the drip. I made the flip. Turn a 1 to a 4, that was quick. Sauce how I drip. Sauce how I whip. Shotting out the bricks. Young nigga walk around with them sticks. You can get hit. All this designing, yeah, I got the drip. I made the flip. Turn a 1 to a 4, that was quick. Sauce how I drip, sauce how I whip. Chotting out the bricks. Chop and walk around with the stick. He said he ain't really want beef. Guess he beefing about that little bitch. Gang spun through the block, and we came out with 10 sticks. Boom, out the gun. Guarantee you them niggas gon' snitch. Talking about them niggas really did it. Talking about them niggas really with it. Yeah, I rap 4E. Everybody know me. Yeah, I shoot shit like Kobe. Nose on the gun look like Cheno Bliss. Ayy, hit wheels, yeah, I need a gas. Shot phone, ring down, crash. What if ain't one? Guarantee you get taxed. Young nigga flexing. Whole gang on that. Whole gang on that. Free my guns, the woods on that. Shotting out the bricks. Young nigga walk around with them sticks. You can get hit. All this designing, yeah, I got the drip. I made the flip. Turn a 1 to a 4, that was quick. Sauce how I drip. Sauce how I whip. Shotting out the bricks. Young nigga walk around with them sticks. You can get hit. All this designing, yeah, I got the drip. I made the flip. Turn a 1 to a 4, that was quick. Sauce how I drip. Sauce how I whip.
Get the white sheet, wrap a nigga up like a mummy. Name something that a nigga ever try to take from me. I ain't never been worried, I been too busy thumbing. Niggas say my whips stink, I been busy dishing onions. Cause the nigga been having in my pockets getting lumpy. You can get your ass popped, nigga, all lumber. Something's mad cause the nigga broke, see his face looking grumpy. Looking for a wells, nigga, I'm somewhere counting money. Fiends at the back door, it's a party for the junkie. Banana on the K, out of nickname the monkey. Get up off the pill, all my niggas charged like the bunny. We finna wipe his nose cause the nigga looking runny. Tell how the bitch looking that the bitch wanna fuck me. I only want the neck, took your clothes off and nothing. Scope on the rifle, niggas thought that we was hunting. My young nigga crazy, they'll drop you for nothing.
This that savage shit.